was for GC News, Mima Obibia Aquava, Ahadia, latest and hot news, and qua Enamede Bremo. And so we are subscribe to channel idea, Bomodia say or subscribe. The other say over click the subscribe button. Now what belly notification. We answer a new video be uploaded with the first person I would say a becan video. I feel we are now like video and give us a thumbs up. Now share my offer for so now when you be here. Now who and someone ekoso ewo Ghana memoano. Afi yebure ye and someone abeto yepnoso. Eye nano na ye Supreme Court eko asetna na eye ruling na one be 2 dwa ye 5-2. Na no and ye backbone speaker ni someone odi 2 dwa o declare 4 seats vacant and na just say the ruling odi 2 dwa na say Supreme Court abone de na atoegu na che say one reverse bibia mane konechi na che say MPP for no wana ba be ye majority na ndi sifa kwa ye minority. Nano na ye Hopeson Adorye ede and someone to Gyamfi ho a watchere say asare MPP for twa na wan kan hu say wan be position na ebebu abo mo che say president a wan set no it will come back and hit them. Na ye Hopeson Adorye de nsem bebra to Gyamfi to be man ye MPP for no wada nsem dodo na already yenti ni nsem no
sir president your man as a judge ebe baba be hit MPP back.
Oh really?
And they will cry.
How?
What dear ye na yan Toronto ho. That time no more opposition. The hiti o mo a o mu besu ma.
You know me start to free honomo. And Supreme Court e dey ruling aba on the 4 members of parliament. What's here your one?
Was it up to 1 minute? It was about
I said your woman and then full details.
And I'm making
and then the full details.
It seems less than 1 minute or so.
Yes.
But sir, all the full details, Baba the way say no. I mean, at least can be big agra. What will you know? I'm on 40 can be big agra. In less than 1 minute, or you miss it.
That's a election 2012 petition. That's
at what then say cover 3 minutes if you want
we less than 2 is
Ghana Supreme Court. Well, say ejomuna to no kita so interpret. But my question is Sir Cross Article 97G.
Yeah.
Does it need an interpretation?
According to Supreme Court, it needs.
It doesn't. Baby, I didn't know. Just say who ye no. A whole interpretation about. What would you tell?
Yes.
Now, what kind? Yena 97 1G na.
Yeah.
What say if what start here? A member of parliament shall vacate his seat in parliament. If he leaves the party of which he was a member. He was. Underline word was. One can say he is a member. He was a member.
Okay.
At the moment, I will say, me were MPP, me call independent, you know. MPP constitution say that moment now can ye na no. Only a member of MPP.
Only a member of you.
So on then see, you see, Ghana has a one.
Yes.
Sir President your man as a judge. Ebe baba be hit MPP back.
Oh really?
And they will cry.
How?
What dear ye na yan Toronto ho. That time no more opposition. The hiti o mo a o mu besu ma.
Ade who be fufuro bia na.
Your party constitution is clear.
Yes.
Me mankwa nko dwane alampo the time ye yi medino na me nko dwane no.
Oh okay.
Let me say I sympathize with him, but I'm still MPP member. The video is there.
Oh really? One declare intention po.
David Kennedy said, well, you're a good man. I sympathize with him. But I'm still an MPP member. One radio TV station been interview me. The video is there.
I see.
Sir, my imagine say me sympathize with him keke no.
And no cry enough.
Yeah, true. I made that interview on the 8th. Na me to Kwayako US. Okay. 8th November.
Okay.
Me kaye pa. 8th November 2023. 20th November. My birthday. and issue statement say yeah they are me free party no.
Wow.
Me declare say me sympathize with someone and I say I believe in him and I say bibisa no keke no.
Eno kwa e justification say you ready.
Obi akọ say there or no ankasa e contest against your candidate. What was say? Me ko support Obi independent and I say different party against your candidate. Ma forfeit me membership. Say nipa na nkasa kwa kujina wone wo candidate no e kwa kofe so. What say? Won't ase wako Supreme Court say they are still members. They say NPP constitution is now useless.
But I end this in the NPP now. Constitution says anything.
Na say NDC for no nka say omo je omo member no back. Omo de omo jina so say omo member no omo wa free.
But NDC almost bet me owo akonya so metro letter crat at say no omo chiro bi ma no. E ka kire omo candidates Peter Kwaku Annan say yeah you ready because of stance now we're taking into. But almost when yeah.
Does it need a I didn't know come has say clear.
Yeah, constitution naka.
Constitution is clear.
But we are trying
Anna some me na me MP.
So constitution is clear.
Tio, constitution is clear.
Yes.
Me say time omo yes I don't know lawyer be friend me say hope say. But me for omo kokko to be we ni omo. And I say I don't need it.
Oh, I see.
Oh yeah, me catch say I don't need it. So the mere fact of matron is okay. Now I have my exit me to come baby. Me to come baby. So who dey no. Let me say the way ya shisha to hono. Look, a serious issue ni kan wasem no. A serious issue. Now, 4 years back, you same party, you were jubilating say obi akọ independent ya pamono. Look at the way I can't say.
Kwabena MP.
Yeah, speaker.
Yes.
Michael Kwe.
Okay.
Just said we'll walk on out.
Yeah, sure.
What can say we are vacating the post into home free? Or new or big kasa. Look at the way I was chatting and hold that day. I was sad.
I see.
Say, why should we treat this man like this? Say, why you not say we in free or after all? Although you say about being free. What a parliament now kind. Now, or new or big kasa. What chantiano just like that. That time, it was good for them.
Yeah.
Because
they had
no more overwhelming majority in parliament.
Sure.
And then Anna Nipano Koye. One protest you. Anna Ene. The same thing happened. Now, me so was suffer. Last 4 years was suffer. After we were free independent, they said or contested on the ticket of MPP. Constitution is a was.
Yeah, was, yes.
Eti wakono say wunye independent bi mu.
That be onye independent bi.
Say wunye MPP member. So constitution no say wa vacate wo seat.
Surprisingly, me ntwa no. Okọ for me sisi a.
Yeah.
Omo huri di ejina esia machi na during the time okọ independence ni na no. Omo forfeit omo position. Party ni pamo omo. Tame se ma wini wie ye no. Omo anu mu di na chi ni na no me no kasa ba ko na ye constituency chairman sisi a. Ede ma di NPP. No ye constituency chairman sisi ona na campaign manager ede ma sia ma. Sisi ona ye constituency chairman sisi a.
So it is Akufo Addo ko ho say won timi ni nyadwuma.
It may be say one simple question say at the time no mo ye campaign no mo ye primaries no na be say nti for me na e orphan constituency and I say orphan constituency. And nobody could answer that question. And then I apem so ade be bedru be ye dua say ye ka ho asem.
Enti near MPP aye no. E so sad. Say well na ayama nkrofo asemo a omo ka no say ye park Supreme Court politically no na ye no kre go jase
yeah
na ye no kre LGBTQ assembly called Supreme Court no can't they find time like they did with this you know what do you mean I just say etna what that you don't come why you better what the chief justice at return for net so that but when you bet imagine no within seconds and my judgment.
Yeah.
Look, separation of powers.
Yeah, sure.
Back then, I want the duties. The duty and say basse akunya vacant or no and communicated to UC. Okay. See enquire by election.
Yeah, sure.
Constitution is say 3 months to elections. Ultimately by elections. It is will be vacating the post. A better horse I say the next elections. So when you know. Anna, Adia Bani had drawn attention. The constitution is clear.
Yeah.
Bro, we Obi Oduma was no, and so you hear legal interpretation of what?
Yeah, the shark because the shark was Supreme Court. I mean, interpretation. It was the question.
But you see, this one is not talking about future.
Yeah.
Yekum. Yekum is a we MPP in our core independent. Welcome. You are no more MPP. Yekum was and then walk on wasn't. We are independent. And we are and we are independent. Says we are party member. And no constitution no come wasn't.
I see.
And it's the duty of the speaker to announce it or tell the say it in the floor of the house. Say Sangrofo way, one more advocate to post. And to a new kinds of way, one move. Constitution here clear. Me who no more can me. I'm not by any way say Master Dilo and I say no more can about Article 99. Say High Court never determine who is validly elected. Yes. Yakwa Tuaba. That a problem about we say my B2 we see what the document. Yeah, the court. Court to show munu tie adanse ne ne kika mu nyina. Court to no never bet say ni pass message there. Per the records or no and they are elected as MP.
Yeah.
I don't know you're clear. And you're different from 97G now. Who go Kwabena another party I want to two post. One we say on jurisdiction, some of the 5-2.
Yeah, sure.
5-2 no, it should tell you say two no more cards or more absentee on the jurisdiction you should know say near air cost no. Let you find papa so. Because anything to determine about the status of the MP, they should go to the High Court.
Yeah, sure.
Then and the Agyapong High Court and a straight to Supreme Court. Say I just your interpretation and different.
Yeah.
That would be a once a walk stay of execution. Now what's up? No, I mean, me you know what I mean just here. Me make a say. MPP Ankasano, or more constitution, or more render no useless. It's no more effect. Ubiaka said, look, MPP 4 bet Mapa Kujina Bontis said, yes, opportunity of Bahama, Ultimate suspend you more because I take a train 9 now, the best suspend you more. I don't know how they boss and grow away home by. So, that is what people Kujina Bontino. How can you suspend them? It means it's a constitution. Are you useless? Bibia wo constitution mu bia no party member bia pa wonni so wo just say obeye the opposite side ultimate do who
omo the party ne constitution has started to form
wo just o ma start o mo dia twitwi form
I see
wo mo dia twitwi form na wo shase ana wo kan me ohinin to ya bo bia samu Boniface mo say ya declare supporter ma obi a wo ko that time brother mo nya elect mo candidate I don't know lawyer was sponsored, a candidate sponsored by the party.
Yeah.
Nana Munyan sponsor will be a no more primaries. So that time Nankasa no more side in the ground. Obuti President Akufo Addo a lawyer, Unkofo Nyina a lawyer, General Secretary a lawyer, the Governor a lawyer. Mwakwa kwatenase. Now my side way because of a nibre amoya. I don't believe yes I don't. And then once I have a Buaka Museum, Messi Yankupo Beposwea MPP day in, day out. Now, Messi Sadi way or my a bet hit now, Supreme Court decision way. It is going to be something a chamber in a barbecue or more trap under so more years. I see.
Mamenko Yura Akwena Steria Kwansa, former member of parliament at the Mafantiman West and former Central Regional Minister. Yura Akwenas. It's as me. As I'm number two first.
No, seriously, in every moment, I wasn't expecting anything different. I mean,
oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Because me say Chief Justice ne utterances the first day now. straight up, me conclude where the whole thing will go.
I see.
Ghana, it's the Obimu Yeni person Obimu.
Oh.
Yeah, we're in this country, in a whole constituency, for 4 years. We nya representative.
Yeah.
But now we are preaching virtues. There, the 4 constituencies, they wouldn't have any representation. Now, what is even going on there? There in those constituencies, what are the development going on there? Within 3 weeks, or two months, we need representation, and so what? But you see, tell most from brother Ken, this is a precedent that is going to hurt not only MPP, but it's going to hurt the country because the framers of the constitution. They envisage that because we've had history of that thing. And see, based on that, you know what they bay. You see, they are making a mistake about one thing there. People were trying to relate it to 2003. Why you saying it that kind of thing? But you see, it's 2 different things. One is by action.
Yes.
And one is by deeds. Let me put it that way. Deeds and action are almost the same. On our parliament, we MPP. NDC, no, Oracle NDC, MPP. Once I walk crossing it, there, one forfeit in his seat.
Yeah.
But you see, whatever is happening now, it's almost the same thing, but in a different way. Okay, more parliament, me an NDC member of parliament. Now more parliament, I'm getting to the latter part. Then I started kicking against my party. Where they didn't say, look, me in the next election, I'm not going to even stand on NPP's ticket. I'm going to stand on NDC's ticket. I can make that publicly. I can make that statement on the floor of parliament. You don't have any right to tell me that you are sacking me or I should leave the parliament because straight up, I know there I've become a faith columnist amongst my group.
Yeah.
So me MPP na minim dem you call offended independent. Ask Cynthia Morrison, ask Asante. Bison there say what any strategic MPP meeting, do they call them? They won't call them because already they know that they have thank you. They have a mind of going in. They won't call them.
Yes,
yes, they were even deleted from the platform. But you see, for convenience's sake, most was they are as if they are protecting them. But let me tell you one thing. You see, we live in a world that everything is cyclical. Something else will come, and believe you me, it will come to hurt us. And in there, by that time, those people who took that decision might be.
Not be available.
Yes, but a president was said. But me, I believe that the Supreme Court judges, I don't know seriously because I always say that look, there are lawyers who are far better. They know the law more than the Supreme Court judges because no, you don't write an exam to go to Supreme Court. You don't write an exam. If they write an exam to go to the Supreme Court, believe you me, we will have different people sitting in the Supreme Court now because you know why? All you need to be is to be a lawyer,
a practicing lawyer
for 15 years.
Yes.
And meanwhile, the man who is a practicing lawyer for 15 years goes to take advice from other lawyers. And today, by the virtue there, when you work on Supreme Court, then there is nothing like when you go to Supreme Court and then all of a sudden God will give you some different divine understanding of the law. No. I mean, it's funny. We have people who have studied, even you, there are people who taught you the law, who are still lawyers. There are people who taught you the law. But the fact that you have the chance to sit on the bench doesn't make you an extraordinary lawyer, that you understand everything. But you see, your constitution, there, whatever the Supreme Court says becomes more or less a law.
Is it time there? I mean, baby, Audrey, today one kofoka there constitution why a cake? Yes, it's a constitution.
No, constitution why a cake. ikede why a cake, a cake, but it needs an overhaul.
Okay.
If say maybe a cake, then you have to put everything aside. And no. You see that one there, you can't tell me that the constitution is a cake. There are some provisions of the constitution that might have outlived its time and purpose. If we need to, there are so many things we have to strengthen. Mm-hmm. You understand? You see, one funny thing about the some laws and now some LIs and now some CIs nada yedi ejuma country because believe you me in this 13 political parties and now 12 political parties, none of them apart from the independent candidate doesn't have to have structures all over the country. Independent candidate, that's why you call him an independent candidate. Like my brother's group. They are there. They've not, though they have a movement, but they don't term themselves as a political party. It's a movement. So then you can pardon them. But people who call themselves political parties. Master, me, I've lived in the central region for a very long time. Ask me, them Papa Apalu, there, how many offices does he have even in the central region?
Posters or central region?
No, posters in Fango. Posters they on Fango. Ask me, because in the CI, no, you have to have representation in all the 275 districts, 240 something districts. You should have an office there. Ask me, all these parties now will line up. How many of them?
When I say Eka officer, you can even talk about virtual officers.
No, forget about that. That time. There's nothing. If you look at the interpretation, there's nothing like a virtual office. I hope you understand me.
Yes.
So if I want to file you a summon, can I virtually file it? I can say I didn't receive it. There should be an officer sitting in an office. But look, we as NDC, whatever the Supreme Court is doing, we are just watching them from far. You see, I believe the Supreme Court took upon itself and yet they arrogate themselves there position we shouldn't have been in that position. Because me, I'm like my brother said, me too, I'm not a lawyer. But if the case is pending in a lower court, you understand me, and there is a potential ruling that will hurt something, that is when the court will go in and stay execution, stay proceedings, or stay whatever. But this is a parliamentary work. The moment Supreme Court will enter parliament to go and stay a parliamentary process, I mean, it makes the whole thing some way. But posterity will always
be our judge.
Thank you. Because me, you know one funny thing, me old baby the Supreme Court judges should think more of the country than more of the government or the party in power.
They are still thinking about the country.
No, I don't think so. Seriously, me, that is my opinion.
Right.
I don't think so, but I think it's about time they are paying back. My paymasters offended
how?
No, because you see, let me tell you one funny thing.
These are learned.
No. I am not saying they are not learned.
President Learned.
I'm not saying they are not learned. we have people who are learned, but you see, what's the but those people who went to the bench, were they the best lawyers in our system? We knew the best lawyers in our system. Say you know those who are lawyers.
They are the lawyers.
Yes, but because of political agency, the Getrude Supreme Court.
Promotions no,
I mean it's funny. You see, even if you've been a judge, if you have been a judge, me most of the time, I believe we should change that thing. The most make it's a cake, no.
Yeah,
I believe that to become a Supreme Court judge, you should be a judge at the appeals court for a number of years. That can give you the leverage of becoming a Supreme Court judge. Because by that time, you've reviewed so many cases from the High Court. You understand me? So through that, you learn a lot. You understand me? It's when you call Supreme Court, I mean, it's always like a neat fit in. If you are in a but you will take somebody maybe on winning case there 10 in his whole 15 years career. No, I'm telling you, maybe on winning 10 cases in his whole 15 years career, but because of political expediency, in a man doing a Supreme Court. Why? Because maybe you want the person to come and do your bidding. But in Tinamika there, in Brand Odudaba, Supreme Court judges, they should sometimes sit back and know that they are not the law. They are not the law. They do the interpretation to the best of their knowledge. They can go wrong.
Yes,
they can go wrong. Yes. So if things like that, they should consult widely, because you can't just enter your chamber, you go there 2 minutes, you just release a judgment and that kind of thing. Is this judgment preconceived or I mean that kind of thing? Because you can't tell me that you went into Afenyo Markin's case. You listened to Afenyo Markin, and within 30 minutes you could come out with all that right up. I mean, it's possible. It's possible, but it makes me think that the thing is.
It's possible in Ayeka.
No. No, it's doable. It's doable. It's doable.
I don't want to hear it yet.
Thank you. It's doable. It's doable. Osande nimpa. But me did there. Oya baby in some no kone. Oya nan oyenyan. Because me Minyalo about to me training na me hwa adini na me say
no I'm slow
because no seriously but master just look at it obi wo ho lawyer bi wo ho o we need 10 cases check me recording na o we need 10 cases but because he's politically aligned to me it me be na me hwema lawyers in one win 15 years. They are not going to check on how many cases, high-profile cases are a win, and you see that is why America will always be America. America, they will before you. Yes, so sometimes in our vetting processes, on go too deep because believe you me.
And drop will be other.
No, if Obi Betran Addo nominating a Supreme Court judges, somebody should go back and look at all the cases the person has handled. As I say, the ones that he won, the one that he lost. Why did he lose? Why, that kind of thing. All those things should be scrutinized before you make the person a Supreme Court judge. But right now, it's at the political whims of the president. If I decide that Hopeson here should go here, who bond up? He will be there.
So members of Supreme Court,
I bear point to Mokradia.
Is it 15 or 17?
You see, I mean, say there are Supreme Court judges are nominated. I say Parliament, you're vetting. Can be, and see a majority for some person back to Brashibijum. No more those vetting to make sure.
Vetting. So because technically, Parliament approach. I am telling you this.
Oh yes, I mean
because NDC are quite as MPP ama. Or want to me and
your business. Yeah.
Now, MPP maintenance and this is over that business.
Oh, say change.
Until say better I am telling you this today. Parliament are crucial.
The last but one timer, no more national. Now come back for 15 days. That was I think 2 or 3 weeks ago. Yes. Now come back 2 or 3 weeks ago. And see technically, so more Parliament 4 days are Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Omokwa just said 2 weeks a trim. 2 weeks no yeah technically very 10 days. Yeah, for this 10 days or little about 8 days or technically around 10 days. Tuesday. Okay, yeah, for 8 days. It's naka 7 days. 7 days no. This week This week Enra sana commitna sana Enra metna se ene. O month na into 2 days I abeka ho. Aka 10 days, aka 5 days. The 5 days no time be no mba free parliament. No matter ababetna se. I review most of these cases. I saw what to aba.
Me say parliament akrosu agu. On the 7th January no your business is naka. You see, at times you apply common sense. Though the nation is not ruled by common sense, but you need to apply the common sense.
Yeah.
So it is our common minority for just 1 month and so what? And so what? Now we will business. You are my papa be a person who you astaki. Why?
Afenyo Markin say a spiritually a bad omen. So we quite na minority side.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay. From 7 January, no, or better now. From 7 January. Look, I can tell you for a fact. MPP Sisa or Mulusuno, Bebre. Meching pa.
I see.
Bigusu chin because it's
okay.
Omo Lusubi. Independent 3 Alpha MPP seat free.
Sir.
Including Zoom.
Kweku Asante.
Obefa city room straight. Tornado to all.
Oh.
No, but because I mean,
what is tornado to go?
The MPP candidate. I mean, if you go on the ground,
share Oko Bumwa Central and A plus Wafa.
A plus a person is no
Wafa. Yan to Abadobra Wafa.
Sir.
Oko Granzano. Charles Usu Wafa.
Really?
Mena make a joke. Share Oko Adorye. Some city be Honuma, they are going to lose. Central region, they are going to lose more.
Oh.
Yeah, for real.
They are going to lose more. 2020, presidential move to mind.
Yeah.
Parliament will move to mind this. And I tell you, this time, presidential and more, parliament will lose more. I can. Eti more bad minority no. But no. Yeah, kind of great. Opa translate matter. You are going to occupy the minority in parliament from January 7th.
So why not practice it now?
So you know. Anybody now look. Look, this year's election, it is going to be an election of a surprise.
Oh, that.
Oh, definitely.
I'm not for you, dear. Look, maybe I make a message saying, Asante Bediatuo will raise him one. I don't mama be TMPP more than 3 million votes.
Really?
Me na make a joke. But muti here this alone.
It's alone no difference when they make.
Yeah, better about the first round will be in Hobenya straight win.
Oh, really?
John Mahama Bedikai, but walk on cross to 50%.
Only 50%.
Ajamati better sumienu. Better sumiensa. Make percentage, but better sumienu.
So it means it's
now Alan and Don Mahama will go
for runoff.
For the runoff. The honor. Anna, you munina because okay. Said John, they know a 4th John of the country. And the 5th John, I like some matter. Your famano. Now Congo. Your family money here. Wait a minute. Get him mad the 5th John. I like some matter. First president of the 4th Republic. John Jerry Rawlings.
Yes.
Second president, John Agyapong.
Yeah.
3rd president, John Evans Atanos.
Yeah.
4th president, John Dramani Mahama.
Yes.
Yeko yi fifu ni yeko yi William Akufo Addo. And I don't need a trisu ne you. It is no. Yeah, Baba paid the 5th John.
That's how William. No, yeah, one I William the buy.
Oh, na say yeah, so they. Me say 4th Republic. Janko de ma John for so mungu.
I see.
And unless you go John for me no woman no back here 4th John, the 5th John.
You're waiting for waiting and Samaye Hopeson Adorye will react to a Supreme Court ruling. I want the beto abonting and when I wada and some do one already. I watch the MPP for one can say president I want to set it will come back and hit them. Now I dance some do na Eddie. Make out say so when you subscribe to channel idea Bomodi say or subscribe and say hadia later then hot news and kwa enamede bremo. I feel you are not like video like the video na fe share my Ato Forson na when you be here now who and some ekoso ewo Ghana mem hanum. Also betimi otchere wadwen afaye some way nyina ho ewo comment box ni mu. Moweti minkabi in my next video.
Thanks for watching. Like and share the video. You can also drop your comment. Please don't forget to subscribe. Click on the bell to turn on the notification.